आपकी कुछ वीडियोस मैंने फॉलो करी हैं।
कौन सी?
स्पेशली सर जो ब्रीफ से पहले आप एक वो मैराथन सीरीज काफ़ी अच्छा रहता है, उसमें 2-3 घंटे में जो आप समराइज करते हैं चीज़ों को, इट्स अमेजिंग सर। तो मैं बहुत पसंद करता हूँ उनको। ऑलमोस्ट सारे सब्जेक्ट्स की एक बार तो देखी थी। बाकी लास्ट टाइम अराउंड मैंने आपकी इकोनॉमिक्स वाली ही देखी थी, वो अच्छा रहता है सर। लास्ट मोमेंट पे वो सारा समराइज होके रिवाइज करना ना, उसके लिए सर वो सोर्स अच्छी है। जैसे उड़ान और प्रहार, इनमें से कुछ पॉइंटर्स डेफिनेटली हेल्प कर। कुछ चीज़ों के लिए प्रहार को मतलब बेस बनाया था, कुछ में उसके पॉइंटर्स उठाए थे। खासकर उड़ान फॉर पॉलिटी इज़ वेरी गुड, ऑलमोस्ट वन स्टॉप काइंड ऑफ है, क्योंकि उसमें क्या है ना, बहुत कंसाइज मैनर में सर, मतलब आपको पूरा लक्ष्मीकांत दोबारा से मुझे लगता है पढ़ने की ज़रूरत नहीं। अगर आप एक बार वो कर ले तो काफ़ी चीज़ें हो जाती हैं।
So may I come in? Thank you.
Yeah,
Good evening, sirs.
good evening. How are you, Abhimanyu? Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir. I'm good, sir.
That's great, Abhimanyu. It's always great to have people who are feeling good. You got a month to go before you go for your interview. That's on 8th of April.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to know, have you appeared for any interviews till date?
Yes, sir. Twice I have appeared before as well.
Okay, good. So what are the two takeaways that you got from your previous interviews?
Sir, one takeaway is that one needs to be very natural and not just the kind of advices one gets from a lot of people. So one should remain calm and natural. Second is, I believe that it is the way one makes the board members feel is more important than anything else. Like they should like the presence of that person.
Good. With 32 years on planet Earth,
Yes,
very
sir.
important points you have put across.
Yes, sir.
One should be oneself and one should make others very comfortable in your presence. That is what we call as adaptability. Your
Yes,
ability to be at ease with yourself and ability to make others at ease is adaptability.
Yes,
To
sir.
integrate effectively with any environment. Very good. So, where do you come from?
Sir, I come from Sonipat, Haryana.
Okay. Two historical imperatives of Sonipat. Thak, thak. 1, 2.
Sir, first is that Sonipat finds mention in Mahabharata,
Okay.
and it was one of the 5 villages.
Got done. 1. Very well done.
Yes, sir.
Second.
Sir,
50% done. Tell me Russia-Ukraine war. Lessons for India. 3 lessons for India. International relations is your optional.
Yes, sir.
3 lessons for India from Russia-Ukraine war.
Sir, first lesson is that one cannot bank upon the goodwill of the other countries for its security. Like, sir, Ukraine was assured of a NATO membership and all these things, but ultimately no one can fight a war for ourselves. We ourselves have to look into for our security purposes. Second, sir, is that not always economy would be preferred over geopolitical or strategic interests. So sometimes even the strategic considerations can be more important than any kind of economic interest, sir. Third is, sir, I'm currently able to only.
So let me challenge you on economy versus geopolitics. Russia has been able to survive this war because of economy.
Yes, sir.
That's what we really need to understand. So when you make this statement, think about it. There's definitely going to be a counter to it.
Yes, sir.
Had Russia not been economically strong and with this huge amount of oil production that they have, they would have been on the knees much longer back.
Yes, sir.
If you calculate the cost of war, the amount of money which has come, you will get a good idea.
Thank you, sir.
Last question to you, Abhimanyu. Now that your name is Abhimanyu and you are supposed to be winning wars, now Home Minister has realized that he has already told that का को implement करने का है Citizenship Amendment Act,
Yes,
and
sir.
he calls Abhimanyu, tell me what amendment should I make to this act so that there are no riots this time.
Sir, I believe that it's more about, it's not, it was never about the amendments that were done. It was the way it was perceived. So maybe this time around, the communication for the acts, that may be further channelized well, sir. So the awareness about the exact amendments done, so that there is no apprehensions in any person. I think, sir, that needs to be taken care of.
No amendments to the act, whatever has been done, but convey it better this time. That's all you're trying to tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, not bad. All yours, sir.
Thank you.
Well, Abhimanyu,
Yes, sir.
so farmers,
Yes, sir.
some time back, they ran a fierce agitation against proposed formula bill,
Yes, sir.
and the government had to withdraw that bill.
Yes, sir.
This time farmers are, that time they were opposing, and this time they are demanding legal guarantee
Yes, sir.
to MSP, or rather to make it a law. So how you react to both situations, that a few years back and the current?
Sir, at that point of a time, I believe, sir, the farm laws that were passed, somewhere, sir, it was always the demands of the farmers union itself to provide more choices to the farmers. So somewhere, as a beginning of it, it was more of certain vested lobbies. Those who fear that this may entail farmer of more choices. And somewhere, especially, sir, the middlemen and the artiyas that are very strong in state of Punjab and Haryana.
In the marketing architecture.
Yes, sir. So somewhere it was spearheaded by them, and more of it was apprehensions in the farmers. So somewhere apprehensions got better off the good intentions of the government. So that was the first time around. And sir, this second protest, somewhere it is linked to the first one itself. Because one of the major points of contention in the farm laws or against the farm laws was that it would ultimately lead to dismantling of the MSP regime. So from farm...
that was a fear.
Yes, sir. So one of the discussion points, even in the first round of talks during those days, was that government should legalize MSP. So that has lingered on since day. I mean, they were made sure that yes, we'll do something about it. Now they are asking like, what has been done in that regard? So this has somewhere genesis in the first protest itself, sir.
Okay. Government has given assurance about certainty about MSP, but they want a legal framework.
Yes, sir.
You think it is doable, or there are some problems?
Sir, I believe that there are legal and also financial challenges to legalizing of MSP. We talk about the legal challenges, it is more in the international domain, sir. Because any legalizing of the MSP regime would somewhere hamper the WTO arrangement that we have for the limit set for the amber box subsidy. So that would surpass it. Second, sir, the financial feasibility of these of this thing. Sir, it would entail somewhere an expenditure of rupees 10 lakh crore that far surpasses all the subsidies combined that government is providing today. So that way, I believe, sir, MSP as a legal guarantee for all the 23 crops, currently it is not possible for us.
But you think, don't you see that MSP is perhaps restricted only to very few crops?
Yes, sir.
It's not all crops kind of scenario.
Yes, sir.
Which two crops? Or which three crops?
Sir, as far as procurement at MSP is concerned, it is restricted to wheat and paddy mainly, sir.
Yes.
But then there are certain governments, like if we talk about Haryana, some bajra, mustard, sunflower, these are also procured at different times in the state, sir.
Okay.
But sir, it is not been...
So primarily it is wheat growers and paddy growers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just two crops. And now we are shifting to millet and all that.
Yes, sir.
We are as such not too much focused on wheat and paddy.
Yes, sir.
It's a time of millet, rediscovering millets.
Yes, sir.
So why this so much of hullabulla just for two crops?
Sir, please pardon the exact question, sir. Sir, can you please pardon the question?
Why farmers growing just two crops, taking country to ransom or part of country to ransom?
Yes, sir. Sir, mainly because that in Punjab and Haryana, still if we see that almost 85 to 90% farmers are only growing wheat and paddy. And somewhere they feel that...
That MSP game?
Yes, sir.
Mandi and MSP game?
Yes, sir. So, the two things are involved in this. First is that they have this fear that sometime in future, maybe this arrangement may altogether be withdrawn by the government. So, legalizing it would be a kind of guaranteed for the continuance of it. Second and more important aspect to this MSP thing is that they are not just demanding MSP. They are demanding MSP at C2 plus 50, sir. 50% cost. So, they want an enhancement in the MSP that they are currently getting. So, that is the second major aspect to this.
Enhancement which is legally guaranteed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir.
Thank you, sir.
This time 60 for how many crops they have agreed? They have said we'll do a contract for a number of years.
Sir, the offer was for 5 crops.
For how many years?
Sir, for 5 years, they are saying that we'll go for an arrangement for assured procurement.
Which are these 5 crops?
Sir, I'm not aware about the exact crops, but it entails pulses and millets, the crops involved are. But exact crops I'm not aware about.
So what was the ground on which they were saying we'll give you for 5 crops? What was the intention of the government?
So the intention of the government was to spur in crop diversification. And that too government did not go for providing for a legal guarantee. What they said was that we'll make an arrangement with the NAFED and another body of the government that they'll procure from you at MSP for 5 years if you happen to grow these crops.
Okay, so you have worked on reclamation of soil.
Yes, sir.
How much soil in the country is degraded and due to what reasons?
Sir, the exact percentage of degradation varies from somewhere around 20 to 25%. And the main aspects related to degradation is alkalinity, salinity, and in some areas, sir, also acidity of soil is a problem.
So, for alkalinity, what do they do?
Sir, alkalinity is solved by the application of gypsum. So, which basically leaches the sodium ions into the soil, and carbonates of calcium is there, sir, then in the soil.
So, if I am having land and I say that a drain is passing by,
yes, sir.
And that drain is causing degradation of my land. So, what is called the vicarious responsibility. Can the farmer say that the government is to be blamed for degradation of my land? Can the farmer take that stand?
Sir, because sir, this is a reality that the drains are causing some amount of alkalinity because of the nature of water that is present. But as far as, sir, claiming from the government the responsibility for the same, sir, I have never seen such a demand that has risen, at least to my limited knowledge. And
maybe the farmers have not gone to court, but if they go to court,
yes, sir.
Will they get any support on this?
Sir, I believe that if there is a kind of law or rule made by the government, then only they can seek support on this, sir. Because
law of tort say that, na?
Right,
the law of tort says. So government is using the channel and that water is causing the problem. So
yes, sir.
Can they hold the government responsible for it?
Sir, I need to read more upon this, sir. Not sure
Okay.
about it.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Have you heard of string of pulse theory?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, this is a strategy by China to encircle India by provisioning of various strategic nodes in the in and around India, not in, sir, but around India, in the ocean and the nearby land areas.
And what is our response to that?
Sir, although, sir, we have not gone for officially.
We have formulated a response and given a name to that also.
Sir, yes, that strategy is called the necklace of diamonds
Yes,
strategy,
yes.
sir. Yes.
What is that necklace of diamonds?
Sir, there we are trying to create encirclement of China and also countering the strings of pearls. Like we are creating our own strings in the Indo-Pacific region, starting from Mongolia to South Korea to Singapore, then coming to the Indian Ocean, and then, sir, right away to Iran, the Chabahar port. Sir.
Tell me what is happening in the Red Sea area?
Sir, in the Red Sea, sir, there are attacks by the Houthi rebels on the shipments that are passing through the Red Sea area as a response to the Israel's attack on the Gaza Strip, sir.
So if a ship is moving from India to say with cargo to USA, if they have to not to go by Red Sea, which route they will
go? Sir, they can go by the Pacific Ocean route.
And how long is the difference in both the routes?
Sir, if we talk about USA, it would almost be similar. Even if we go about through the Red Sea area, then further towards Suez and Atlantic, sir, I don't think that there is much difference in the distance, sir.
If we have to go to Europe, then?
Sir, then there is a lot of difference because then we have to go towards the Cape of Good Hope route. So that makes an addition of many thousands of kilometers, sir.
Okay. See, now we are talking of $1 trillion economy. When did we reach 1 trillion?
Sir, we reached around 2007-8.
That it took us 60 years to reach 1 trillion.
Yes, sir.
And now we are talking 3.5, 10 and all. And when will we become Viksit Bharat by 2047? What would be the size of the economy by that time?
Sir, it would be around $30 trillion.
And what will be the per capita income at that point of time, as per the present standards?
Sir, it would be somewhere around $20,000 per year.
Is there any criteria fixed by any world body to that citizens should have that much per capita income to be qualified as a
Sir, it is fixed by the World Bank.
What is the figure?
Sir, it is $16,000 per capita per year.
It is less than that, 13,000.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, which is the latest country to join NATO?
Sir, Sweden would be joining NATO.
Latest country joined NATO?
Sir, Finland.
So does Finland share also share border with Russia?
Yes, sir.
Then why Russia did not react to the Finland joining NATO the way they reacted towards the Ukraine?
Sir, Russia issued very strong statements even against Finland.
That only statement,
Yes,
no army there and no attack.
Sir, at the current juncture, basically Russia cannot afford to go for a two-front war.
Ukraine has not even joined. Finland has joined.
Yes, sir.
But still, Finland also shared borders with Russia. They don't say anything.
Yes, sir. Sir, there are many other things with Ukraine vis-a-vis Finland. Sir, first is that Ukraine has a sizable Russian population and Russia was always supportive of their autonomy and independence. Second, sir, they also needed a warm sea port in the Black Sea, which was only possible if they annexed parts of Ukraine. Third, sir, also Ukraine happens to be the former Soviet territory. So that thing was always there that we need to control it. We should have a sway over Ukraine. Fourth was that, sir, Ukraine provides for a land access from the mainland Europe. which is not there with the Finland, sir. Finland is more towards the Arctic side. So that was one issue. That's
fine.
the funneling thing that Russia fears. Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Abhimanyu, you work in NABARD for past 8 years.
Yes, sir.
So, can you give me some success stories of NABARD with regard to agriculture or agriculture infrastructure?
Yes, sir. Sir, as far as the agriculture sector is concerned, if we talk about the provisioning of short-term credit, now Kisan Credit Card Scheme was the pilot of NABARD, sir, which now is catering to the needs of almost 9 to 10 crore farmers. Similarly, sir, if we talk about provisioning of credit to the rural women, now NABARD's SHG program and the SHG bank linkage initiative is now the world's largest microfinance initiative, and almost 1 crore SHGs have been financed by NABARD's initiative. Third, if we talk about the infrastructure financing part, sir, NABARD has a fund called Rural Infrastructure Development Fund,
RIDF,
which funds to the state governments at a concessional rate for infrastructure development.
What is the concessional rate there?
Sir, it is basically currently, it is determined through the repo rate. It's around repo rate minus 1.5.
Repo minus 1.5.
Yes, sir. So it's a very subsidized loan that the government.
Okay, I will take that. Now, Abhimanyu, you have been working in a government organization. Define corruption.
Sir, corruption is any act which entails that some kind of monetary compensation is provided for or given to a government servant, which is over and above which over his.
Okay, so you are saying that corruption is only monetary.
Sir, it has non-monetary dimensions as well. Like, sir, if someone happens to is supposed to do something, and in certain influence.
Okay, I will take that. Abhimanyu, you are 32 years old.
Yes, sir.
And you have been working for quite a while for government organization too. What has been your experiences with the corruption?
Sir, I've been fortunate enough that NABARD happens to be one organization which is known for its integrity and honesty. But yes, sir, I've been working in the field assignment for some 4 to 5 years, past 4 to 5 years. Now, I've been working with certain non-governmental organizations. We are doing a lot of projects for development. So, at times, sir, I have come across that where I've been offered some.
Okay, I want to know here that the person who was offering you something, monetary or non-monetary, what that person hesitant to reach up to you? What that person was very comfortable in reaching to you? Sir, simple, sir, ye karke ye kar dijiye.
Sir, I would say that if I'm interacting with, say, 20 people, sir, only this has happened for, say, one person.
No, I'm suggesting that person was
Yes,
comfortable reaching out to you for corruption or favors or not?
Yes, sir, he was.
Why do you think it is so? That people are very comfortable in offering something? Sir, hamara ye kaam kar dijiye and I will give you this much amount of money.
Sir, somewhere it is, unfortunately, it is the experience that they have with many other government organizations. Now, NABARD happens to be an exception, I believe, rather than a norm, because what they say when we tell us that, sorry, this is not something that you can have your way in NABARD. So they say that, sir, this is something that we have been doing in with all other organizations. So that's why please do not mind that we did so with. So this is something that.
So when you gave them an example, that yes, it is not that easy to go around.
Yes, sir. Somewhere we need to uphold our institutional image in that regard.
Thanks a lot, Abhimanyu.
Thank you.
Over to you, sir.
Abhimanyu, it was wonderful interacting with you. I would just like to know, how was your experience?
Sir, it was good.
It was good. How was your performance? How do you think? How would you evaluate yourself? After 10, how many marks?
6, sir.
6? Not bad. Done a shade better than that. Definitely you've done well. And especially knowing the fact that you have more than a month to prepare for.
Yes, sir.
And if your readiness is this good today, I'm sure you will come out with very big flying colors. You'll do very well. Abhimanyu, you have learned from the previous interviews I found you to be reasonably organized in your thought process. A lot of tricky questions, especially Russia, Ukraine, and finally we came up with the funneling effect of the land. And if you understand it's the bread basket of the world, all the wheat. If you understand if you see Second World War, you will get a lot of ideas as to why is Ukraine so important to Russia.
Right.
Whereas Estonia, Latvia, and other Estonia, Latvia, and there's another Lithuania. They're all bordering Russia, and they're all members of NATO for quite some time. So when you understand this geopolitics and how the geography plays in geopolitics, you will get a better idea. But very well explained. Couple of things which you can do. One is better a smile or two more than what you've been giving today.
Yes, sir.
A better eye contact, 70 to 80% with the gentleman that you are interacting, and make a contact with the rest of the panel also. You're not answering to an individual, you are interacting with the board.
Right, sir.
That is why you see this concave shape of this panel, and you are the center of attention.
Yes, sir.
You're the sun who should be radiating everywhere. So remember this very important aspect. Presently we could not see, number of times the board takes a passage, they may talk of 5 different panelists, may talk of 5 different aspects, or maybe talking of one aspect.
Yes, sir.
We were not really very strong on international relations this time. A lot is happening in the world. Israel, Hamas, Pakistan, Maldives, South China Sea, UN is having a lot of problems. All these things may be coming up. India is moving towards elections. A lot of activity at that as well, with UCC coming into way, CA getting implemented. There will be a lot many questions. Farmers are still on the street. A lot many other questions may also come up. It's not feasible for the board to, but if any of these things come up, you should be ready for it.
Right.
I just want to know, are you reading any newspapers?
Yes, sir.
What newspaper are you reading?
Sir, the Hindu and the Indian Express.
So continue reading Indian Express, and in lieu of Hindu, you may just substitute it with a paper of which tells you of economy, maybe Mint or Indian or Economic Times or Financial Express, whatever newspaper.
Sure.
Do understand economy is the major driving force. That is what is going to make us 2047 a developed nation.
Yes,
so
sir.
work on all these aspects. This is very, very important. And I would further recommend that though you're pretty good, you have the capability from becoming from good to excellent. You have demonstrated that capability. So I would recommend that whenever you read anything, probably write down 3 to 4 points. When you listen to anything, First Post or The Clutter by Shekhar Gupta, write down points. The majority of the time we just listen and then we forget, and we
Yes, sir.
spend a lot of time in recalling them. But the moment you start writing them, you etch them in your mind. And when that happens, things fall into place. And that is exactly what he is trying to see.
Yes,
A number of times you didn't know the answer, and you were very strong and you came up rightly. I don't know, I'll find out. That's a right approach. We enjoyed interacting with you, and we wish you all the best. Any other points, sir?
Abhimanyu, anything? You will like us to react?
Sir, how did I do maybe?
Look, your knowledge base is adequately okay.
Right.
No problem at that.
Yes, sir.
There is a little scope in improvement in how you make your answers, content, and how you present it. There is a scope of improvement. You work on it. You have previous experience, and with this improvement or refinement, you can stand to gain,
Definitely.
that extra.
Yes, sir.
Content, your knowledge base is by and large okay.
Right.
I don't see much gap in there. But all the same, Indian Express, explained portion, lead articles, Hindu, opinion portions, cut the clutter, in First Post, Beyond, these are good sources of
Yes, sir.
good quality material on current affairs of national and international importance. So you can be choosy there, you can see what is more relevant to you, you listen to those things, read those things, and thereafter reduce what you have learned in bulleted form 4 or 5 points for just quick reference when you are going for your final interview. All right?
Right, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
You should look at this viksit-bharat-sankalp.gov.in.
Right, sir.
That lists all the schemes. You should read those schemes, eligibility and target dates and all.
Right, sir.
Okay? All the best.
Thank you, sir.
All the best, Abhimanyu.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
God bless. Do well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening.
Tie a little longer.
Sure, sir.
Cover your belt.
Right, sir.
चलो आपका ही है वो खुद बोला है उसने मुझे